Okay, Britt. So if you feel like you haven't had any chemistry with anyone lately, what do you feel has wanted you to be in relationships with the people that you've been dating?
I tried the whole like dating maybe a small roster of people. Not really, because one, I was fine. Like I'm fine being alone. I'm happy. I feel like I was in a happy place. I also didn't want to neglect the fact that just because I'm alone, I didn't want it to be a way of hiding or avoiding the hard parts of being in a relationship after, my separation. But I I think sometime last summer, I just had this kind of like realization that I'm not made for hookups or situationships or like just surface level conversations.
Hmm.
I want to give my love so bad to somebody and I want that back. And so those things were not ever going to be fulfilling to me. Again, like it's been a long time. I've had like one relationship, but it's also helped me to realize what I don't want very, very quickly.
Yeah. Hmm.
Because again, I don't want to talk about, the weather. Like I don't want to talk about stupid shit. Like I want the deep connection. And I get that you get there, but I can usually just tell when someone lacks depth. I don't have the energy for that. I don't want to give my energy to that. And I want something so much more deep, I think. So that's why I gave a relationship a try and it didn't work out.
Oh, you know, I know
But
that
it taught
person
me
and
a
it would,
lot. It taught me a good
just to be
amount.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
learning lesson.
yeah, and I think even that, like, it just emphasizes that I tried. I had to choose to care for that person. I had to choose to have feelings for that person. I had to choose to find them attractive. And the chemistry did come, and I did feel a sense of safety very briefly
Mm.
at the beginning, especially with the chemistry aspect of it. And then, of course, that all went away when everything started to unravel. But it still just emphasizes now what I want, what I'm looking for, and the kind of connection I'm looking for. And I'm so much more grounded in that. Like, I will not budge for anything else.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Everything you just said, I feel like I could have said. I feel like you and I are like so similar in that and where we're at in life and like wanting the type of relationship we're wanting and all that. And you did mention that you did feel like that little smidge sense of safety. Did you feel like you kept maybe going back to that and hanging on to that little sense of safety that maybe kept you pushing forward in hopes that you were going to feel that again?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was part of the unraveling of everything was, as Star mentioned, the ups and downs. It's those little things you hold on to, especially when you do want that connection. Like that I wanted that connection so bad that I was finding it. I was trying to find it in someone I already knew was not meant for me. I
Hmm.
already knew it before it even started. But I was like, but this part of him is good, and this part of him is good, and this part of him makes me happy, and this part of him makes me feel safe. And I will ignore and I will let these things go. I will, ignore them for now. They'll get better, his words. And they never did. And so now it's just, I feel like it was the universe's last test to say, you're falling for it again. Don't do it. And it instilled it into me in such a way that I will never fall for it again? Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Agreed. I ask you that because obviously I do the same thing, and I feel like a lot of people do the same thing. You want that love so badly, and you have so much love to give, and I feel 1,000% the same way about me too. And I feel like that also is where, and you, Britt, you and I have had this conversation before too about their potential, the other person's potential. Like they might not even see their potential, but we see the potential in them and we know like how amazing they can be. And so it's like we want to help them get there and we want to
Mhm.
be their cheerleader and root for them and push them through all of that. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to that as well.
Yeah. Another thing Matthew Hussey talks about quite a bit is we fall in love with their potential rather
Mm.
than what
Did
is
you know?
actually being done right in front of us sometimes. But
Yeah.
I like what you said, Britt, too, about you chose to have that chemistry. Whereas I feel like back before I met Paul, I was very much like, go, go, go. Like, because the chemistry is there, I'm going to do this. Whereas, well, being married is very much more about like, I choose you every day because that stuff,
Hmm.
it does fade as in any
Mhm.
relationship, but it is a choice, right?
Hmm.
So
Mhm.
beautifully said.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about, like when we were discussing like rewiring your brain, right? We are choosing our reality. So if we say we like this person, we see the good in this person, we choose to love this person, we choose to care for this person, our brain is going to find all of the things to make that true.
Mhm.
It's going to say, well, look what they did for you here, and maybe it's you, and it's gonna fuck with your brain a bit.
Hmm.
And that's why we fall into it so easily, or that's how we fall into it so easily. Because one, we hang on to something that doesn't exist. We created the potential in our
Hmm.
brains.
Mhm.
They're showing us they don't have it.
Right. Or the
Over
yeah.
We
and over
Like,
and over.
we we created the love. We created that they're a good person, despite them showing us their true colors in real time.
Hmm.
So I'm I'm learning that part of me because obviously I want to go into everything with an open mind of like you are a good person until you prove me otherwise. I
Yeah.
trust you until you prove me otherwise. I respect you until you prove me otherwise, you
mm,
know? And so it's one letting go of the fear of any of those things being true from the get-go. And then two, just allowing things to be as a Capricorn, letting go is not my forte. Not being in control is not my forte. And it's the biggest thing I've learned over the past couple of years is like letting go. And the one place I feel like is most difficult for me right now is relationships because of the trauma that has come with relationships for me in the past.
Mhm.
So I have to be like on top of myself through those things. Like, is this a trauma response or do you really feel this way? Is this your intuition or are you just scared? And that's me trying to teach myself to allow things to happen as they are because what's meant for you will not miss you.
mhm. Amen.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Period.
Cool. Period.